Hi, I'm Alexa Conomos, and I'm so excited to be here with the very talented Nikky Phinyawatana, of course, the owner of EnjoyMint and EnjoyMint. And she is a mom, a philanthropist, an incredible entrepreneur. She wears so many different hats, really a superstar. And we're excited to introduce a new show called Nikky Feeding Souls. Nikky, it is so great to be here with you today. Big fan of your restaurants.
Thank you.
Love it. But I want to hear more about your background for people who may not be familiar with you or your work.
Okay.
So the interesting thing is you were born in this country,
Yes.
but then your parents went back to your homeland of
Yes.
Thailand.
Yes. So born here, but grew up in Thailand. We moved over, as they told me, I was about one. So Thailand is really my first country where I grew up, and Thai is my first language. And I got back to Dallas, Texas by way of losing a bet to my mom.
No
apparently.
kidding.
Yes, my life revolves around these things. It's
Wow.
really funny.
It was a bet. Okay, tell us
Yes.
more about that.
So, my mom, as a teenager, she said, if you would just at least speak English at home, I would not have to send you to the States to learn my native language, because she was from Texas. And I said, yeah, sure. You know, as a teenager, you don't really do what your parents tell you to do.
Of course not. Who does?
So I lost the bet, and she sent me over to go to summer school.
She wasn't playing.
No, she was not. But she did it so in the most awesome way, because she sent me over for summer school. I fell in love, and I said I would love to come back. So I went back, finished up my schooling over there, and then came back and went to Hockaday.
Oh my
As
gosh.
a boarder. It was awesome.
No kidding. So it really just took one summer. One summer back
Pretty
in Texas.
much.
And summer in Texas.
Oh my God. It was still
Yeah.
nice though, you know.
Oh, sure.
A long time ago.
Sure. I mean, you just go from, place to place and stay cool as much as you can. But that is just fascinating.
Yes.
And so from there, how does a girl who, grew up with these two cultures, essentially,
Yep, absolutely.
how did you find your way into becoming a person who wears so many hats? You create incredible restaurants, you're a mom, but focusing on the professional side of things. How did you get onto that path?
I guess it stems from me coming from an entrepreneurial family. My dad has always started business, his parents, my grandparents. And I've always liked to serve and feed people. It just kind of, I didn't know that was the path I was, meant to have. Again, that story comes by way of a coin toss. But after Hockaday, I went to school up in Boston. I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to get a business degree. And fell in love, did entrepreneur studies and marketing, worked up in Boston for a little bit, and then came down to Dallas and just kind of worked my way through restaurants and meeting friends, meeting people. At the same time, I was going to El Centro to learn pastry in a commercialized setting, because I always loved to bake and just do all those amazing, yummy sweets is like my comfort food. And then met my husband in the restaurant business. He is Thai, 100% Thai. And we said, you know what? Let's do something. Let's open our own place.
Wow.
And just kind of happened that
And
way.
so that place, take it from there.
Oh, that place is EnjoyMint.
Yes.
So we've been
Love
open-
EnjoyMint.
Thank you. Thank you. That means so much to me. We have been open for 15 years now, and we now have 3 locations, and we have a new concept called EnjoyMint, feeding souls with fast, fresh Thai bowls. And it's just been a whirlwind experience to really enjoy seeing people coming into the restaurant and leaving with a full fed soul. And my mission in life has always been to, you know what, how can I make an impact on others? Because I feel like I've been lucky enough to found my calling of feeding people. And I get to feed them and send them off into the world in the best way possible so that they can go change the world in the way that they were meant to do.
I love that. So is that what feeds you?
Yes,
that.
it's so amazing. That feeling makes you wake up in the morning and you have like a purpose to go and just make the world a better place. And your kids just really stamp that on it. Like, what kind of a legacy can we leave for them as well, and be, a good role model of following your passion and your dreams.
You really amaze me because you take on so much. You're such a successful woman entrepreneur, and you've got 2 kids at home, and you're clearly teaching them by example. And you have these restaurants that have incredible longevity. Mm-hmm. I mean, the kind of longevity that you've had, not a lot of restaurants enjoy.
You put it in perspective. I feel very grateful every day. I wake up. There was this one time I woke up at 3 a.m. and it was a few years ago, and it just had this like amazing thought that popped into my head, because I've always wondered, there are restaurants that have been open 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, and you see the owner of the restaurant sitting in the restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And you go, what is it that make them come to the work every day? And it was just, and I guess it goes back to like, feeding souls, because I'm like, I love my mint fanatics. That's what I call my customers. I love them. They're like family. I feel like I get to bring them into my kitchen. We share stories. We share laughter. We share love. They come and celebrate with us, bring in their family during the holidays. We get to cater to them. It's just been one of those aha moments that was just so funny. It happened at 3 a.m. where you go, wow, I'm so lucky to be doing what I'm doing, and just in the right place, the right mindset to just...
And the talent. And the talent.
Oh.
And your talent has been recognized over and over again. I'm going to ask you, I want to do a little bit of bragging about you. Okay. So I want to ask you about a lot of the recent and any of the awards that you've been receiving.
Sure. Wow. So we were so lucky right out of the gate. Opened in 2004, late 2004. Yeah. We made the top 10 best new restaurants in Dallas for 2005. That was the one that really,
sets the tone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was just like, oh, we're doing the right thing.
Yes. Oh my goodness. they see it.
They see it. Oh, yes. And then from there, we have recently been on the top 100 best restaurants in Dallas by D Magazine, as well as Culture Map. Mm-hmm. We got Eater's Best Thai Food last year. And another most recent run is an award, Best Thai Restaurant by D Magazine in 2018. So it just made me cry so much.
Well, it's so well deserved, and it's so incredible though. But it's not always easy when you've been a restaurant that's been around for so many years to keep, a lot of times you think sometimes it's the newer restaurants that come in and they get, but the fact that your excellence is acknowledged and rewarded, so often and so recently is, well, it's really well deserved.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And on top of all of that, the thing that I think is incredible to me is you're now continuing to journey back to Thailand. You've got the YouTube show. I don't know how all you do all this. I don't know. Because I'm a working mom too, and I'm like, how does she do all of it?
We can do it.
You're right. We can do it. Tell us more about that.
I would have to credit, honestly, my tribe. My tribe is my family, my friends, my mom friends, and my team. I call them my mentees. My mentees and my mentors are my staff, back of house, front of house, my management team. I'm going to cry just talking about them. Without them, I'm nothing. In addition to my mint fanatics, they help me realize, that your vision and your mission can be accomplished, but as a community, as a group, together, cohesively communicating, We're here to feed souls. We're not here just to, make another dish and make a buck. That's not our goal. And then, they're just so amazing. It takes a tribe. It takes a village.
It does take a village.
My kids, we don't have a nanny. It's between my mom, my husband, myself. My aunt comes in. We take turns. I believe that the restaurant business actually works really well for our schedule to be able to spend time with our kids. I get to wake up every morning, take them to school, set them on the right path and the right mindset.
Right.
Spend
Start their
that
day
time.
off right.
Yes, so important.
Yeah.
And then during the afternoon when it's not so busy, you can go hang out with them. Get them dinner, feed them. My mom puts them to bed. I also get to put them to bed. My husband, we take turns. And then, I can go back and close up or hang out with my, mint fanatics if need be. But I've just been so blessed to have an amazing tribe around me.
And you will, with the help of that tribe, be traveling you've been to Thailand, back to Thailand, and you've been filming these, I would say they're 5-minute, as you say, videos about where to eat. Tell us about those.
So it's so funny. So I've always been twirling around because I have customers who come in and they'll be like, tell me about Thailand. I want to go to Thailand.
Where do I
Pick
go?
my brain. Yes.
Right.
When you go, I want to go. And this like that. I'm like, I get so many questions and I feel bad that I can't be at every location to be talking to everybody. So I'm like, what is the best platform for me to share what they want to know, what they're asking or what they're hungry for? And I'm like, I went back this past November and basically I went and was just chatting with some people. I'm looking to do, potentially a cookbook, and I launched like a chili packet. But I met a couple, a videographer, photographer, and we just started talking. We connected. She loves what my mission with this was. I want to tell what Thailand is all about, the food, the culture, where to go shop, what to go eat, what's important when you go, it's a long flight. So you want to use your time very well, and then it was just all that coming together. We chatted and I'm like, I want to put Thailand on the map in the best light possible from my point of view. I lived in Thailand and I live in Texas. It's just like this amazing balance. I know what they're looking for. I know what we have that we can, feed their soul. So that just came about. Literally, I was there for 2 weeks and I asked him, you have 2 days, follow me around and figure something out. I'm not, that creative and trying to do anything. That's your wheelhouse. Just let me tell my story, connect them with these amazing food, street food. It's just like, so yummy. And then I ate probably over 100 things in 2 days.
Oh, I love it.
But it was so good. And the Thai people, I don't know if you know, we come from the land of smiles. That's our tagline. And everywhere I go, they were just feeding me. It was just it was just meant to be. Yeah. So I'm just really excited to share. Thank you.
Food Network. I see it. I see it all coming.
That is fun.
That is
Netflix,
really fascinating. Right. So, how can people continue to follow your adventures and Nikky Feeding Souls?
Sure. So we're on YouTube. Please go and subscribe.
Do it quick.
Yes, please subscribe to Nikky Feeding Souls. I have a couple of episodes up right now, so you can go enjoy, subscribe, like, comment, so I know what you're looking for. So the next time I go back, I can exactly share and pick, figure out what you want to hear from me, from your point of view.
Right.
And then also social media. It's on Nikky Feeding Souls, Instagram, Facebook. Just would love for you all to just really, my goal is to feed my soul. And by feeding my soul, I get to help others feed their soul just through a fun, lively, really just experience, out of the box, exotic location, so that you can really, go outside and like, wow, there's more to life. And, let's all go explore. It's all about that.
I love your big why. I think it's fantastic. And I've loved being here with you today and really giving everyone a sense more of your incredible background. I just want to know, what does your mom think now of that bet?
What's that?
What does your mom think about that bet?
She laughs. I
Yeah.
tell the story, so I
Yeah.
normally don't do these kind of things in front of them. And then this one time I took my mom and I took my husband and I started talking. I'm like, man, you're such a good talker. I'm like, really? But they hear the story and they laugh because it's like, from their point of view, they're like, I'm just trying to get you to learn another language.
Well, I bet your mom is very proud of you.
Yes, she is. She is. And I couldn't, be doing this without her.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, it's been so fun being here with you today, and I've so enjoyed giving this sneak peek of Nikky Feeding Souls. Can't wait to continue following you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.